Hi, this is Adam at The Noise Chap, and this is just a very quick video on how do you know if you need to do a noise assessment without actually doing a noise assessment. The HSE have the noise regs, and the noise regs say that you need to do a noise assessment if you have reason to believe the noise levels are reaching 80 dBA, so that's the lower of the two limits. But how do you actually do that? Well, a good guide is if you have two people standing 2 meters apart and they're having a normal conversation without raising their voices, then that is going to be about 82, 83 dBA. So you need to then start to get your noise assessment done. If they're having to raise their voices to have that conversation, definitely you're probably nudging more towards 85 dBA. So that is actually quite a good rule of thumb, and it's one the HSE will tend to use when they come on your site. If they're standing there and having a conversation, can they actually hear what people are saying? If not, they'll ask to see your noise assessment. Also, have a look at any data or any information from the manufacturer of the equipment. Are there labels on the machines or in the manuals that give you the noise level? Those things, take them with a bit of a pinch of salt, as they can be a little fanciful, but they're a reasonable guide as to what you can expect. Also, have a quick Google of your machinery, because there's a lot of information there, and chances are you'll find what is a reasonable noise level for it there. If you have anybody on the site with an Apple Watch, then those are actually surprisingly close, specifically the Apple Watch. I've done some tests by having a noise meter and an Apple Watch on a desk using white noise, and the Apple Watch was consistently within about 1.5 decibels of the noise. So that's quite a reasonable estimation of what the noise levels are going to be. Phone apps, they're not so good. They tend to be inconsistently inaccurate. So one day they might be reasonably close, but then the next day miles out. So phone apps, I've never really come across one that is consistent enough to be used as a guide. If you have people who are complaining that their ears are ringing or buzzing or feeling a little muffled after they've been at work, that again is a good sign that the noise levels are getting a bit too high. So your main one is that speech. Just have a chat with somebody. If you can't follow what's being said clearly, then that's a sign that you do need to do a noise assessment. If you are in any doubt, I would still recommend you get the noise assessment done. I would say that, wouldn't I? That's what I do. But even if you go to somebody else, I would still say get the noise assessment done. The reason being, if you're in doubt, if you get a visit from the HSE or from your insurer or somebody like that, then they're likely to be in doubt as well, and they're then going to ask to see a noise assessment. So it's better to get ahead of it and get the assessment done.